Money in the Bank briefcases. Throughout the years we had this. What are we going to have this year? How men's Money in the Bank briefcase is going? Oh, excuse me guys, I think Shrek just took a shit on Money Night Raw. Excuse me for Shrek interfering and taking a shit. I'm sorry. Seriously though, what was that? It seems like a 9-year-old just drew Money in the Bank on a green briefcase. Or like I said, it was taken from Shrek's swamp. Jeez fucking Christ, I don't know. What happened out here? Tell me. Please explain me. So, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. As always, yeah boy, the greatest of all time, the great one. That's sarcasm. That's called sarcasm. Before I start this video, I want to let you know that on Twitter, WWE Australia, a Twitter account shared, does Roman Reigns actually deserve a new title opportunity from Brock Lesnar? Did he prove himself? So they pretty much say that yes, this rivalry is still continuing, and I wrote just fucking stop. That was my comment, and I seen 99% 9 comments saying that yes, stop, why, how, even sports articles written like this is just ridiculous. Fans are like, don't understand what's going on, you know, people are crazy about this shit, and WWE are just delusional, thinking that this is actually going to work. It will never work. The only way you can actually make Roman Reigns over with the fans, and this is actually very easy, turn the guy heel, after a couple of years, turn him babyface. Bam, that's it, people will like the guy, they will forget that they actually hated him. Look at The Rock, Jesus Christ. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can actually do it on Patreon. And ladies and gentlemen, I actually have a new thing on my channel. If you want cheap games, to buy it for very cheap price and support my channel, so you pay less and at the same time I get some revenue, go to the link in the description, G2A cheap games. Use the link in the description to buy anything gaming related, and you will help the channel and you will save some money. Thank you very much for doing that. If you did that, let me know in the comments below, or actually write me on Twitter. I will respond, I will follow you back. Anyway, thank you so much for doing that. Let's jump into Monday Night Raw review. The show actually opened with Kurt Angle in the ring announcing that there will be 2 qualifying matches for Money in the Bank's ladder match. Braun Strowman interferes, makes a couple of jokes. I don't remember what he said, but it was actually pretty funny. He told a story, but he was interfered by Kevin Owens, who says that I don't want to hear your stories. Last night you defeated us, but you were a bad monster. Bad monster. I don't know, that was really funny. Kevin Owens is very good at delivery. I really like that. Most of the time he's very funny. I enjoyed when he said the monkeys, when he was with Jericho, you know, Jericho's catchphrase. He's really good at it. He's very good at delivery, and I know it's intentionally funny, but it's not like a joke. It's just naturally funny. So he pretty much says that I should be right here in qualifying matches, I should be put without even being in qualifying matches. Kurt Angle says, well, you have an opportunity, but you have to defeat Braun Strowman. So the match begins right now. It was a very fun match, by the way. Kevin Owens is a tremendous wrestler, and Braun Strowman is a nice wrestler, but he has that big guy, but also a mix of a different style. What I'm trying to say, he's a big guy, but he's not using the Big Show tactics, Kane tactics. He has some stuff that you wouldn't see from a big guy, so that's what I really like. So even though Kevin Owens is not as strong as Braun Strowman, he used his tactics. For example, you know, Braun Strowman gets in the ring, he attacks him before he actually gets up. I appreciated these kind of spots, and it was a very fun match to watch. Of course, Braun Strowman takes the victory because he's the fucking Braun Strowman. What do you expect? So that was a really nice segment, and the show opened with a very fun match, and I quite enjoyed that. I can't get enough of Braun Strowman's drop kicks. These are amazing, and his shoulder blocks. He does a shoulder block, Kevin Owens always just fucking jumps into the barricade. You know, that is very good. Anyway, Roman Reigns is interviewed. He's talking, he's I'm a big bitch. I'm the big bitch. I never lost a champion. And whoever is giving him this chain to make him look badass, he doesn't look badass. He looks like a guy from some kind of boy band, from Backstreet Boys. Please don't do that again. It's so 90s. I don't know why was that, but I'm going to assume that it's Vince McMahon. He said that Roman is going to take back what's his, the Universal Championship. Wow, we cannot wait for that. We got No Way Jose and Titus Worldwide versus the Rival and Baron Corbin. Wow, what a filler. I still don't know why people like No Way Jose so much. I'm sorry, I really don't understand what's so special about the guy. To me, I seen the guy and I just see Adam Rose gimmick 2.0, not gonna work, it's partying, and I do... Here's the thing, I like funny moments in wrestling. I really do like that. I love it actually. Funny segments, funny shit, concerts with The Rock. But this is like intentionally forced fun. It's fun for these guys who are celebrating. For everyone who's watching it, it's like cringe. What is this? Why? Why am I supposed to care? What's the point of this? You have a bunch of people just dancing and you're like... Yeah, the match was like nothing special, you know, a 6-man match. Baron Corbin defeats Jose with End of Days. That's how the match ends, and you know, Baron Corbin's theme song is amazing, so that's the only thing I appreciate about this. So, you know, I'm just... We got Money in the Bank qualifying match, Sasha Banks versus Ruby Riott versus Ember Moon, a lot of interferences, a lot of BS going this one, overbooked crap, but at the end of it, Ember Moon wins this, which I really like. I think she really deserves an opportunity. She is one of the best women on the roster right now, and if WWE doesn't ruin her, she could be the face of women's division in my opinion. She has that potential because she is very different. You know, when someone is different, kind of feel like that guy can actually have an opportunity to be someone. It's women in this case. She hits her finisher and pins Riott for the win. We got a very weird interview with Bobby Lashley to kind of hype him. I think it should have been done like in the first week. Now they're doing it once nobody cares about Bobby Lashley. The thing about Bobby Lashley, why would you change his theme song? He had a very good theme and you changed it to some generic guitar. I don't understand this. You know, I will never understand the thing that they're doing with theme songs right now. And he's just a generic guy. He doesn't really talk, no segments, nothing. And his finisher is terrible. He used to have spear. What happened to that? His finisher is a goddamn suplex. Seriously, this guy wins matches with a suplex. You know how different the suplex is? He holds his opponent for a little bit longer. Jesus Christ, he's good in the ring, but I don't know, they ruined he's already ruined. This guy is already ruined in the WWE. He's talking about his sisters, how he used to have fun with his sisters, how he loves being a wrestler. That interview didn't do any favors, and I just think it was just like, why? He seems like a very nice guy, I like that, but at the end of it, there's nothing really important. Sami Zayn is going to be in a qualifying match against Roman Reigns and Finn Balor in a triple threat. And backstage we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens talking about what happened at the Backlash, how they're arguing, how this relationship is actually toxic, but they're like, well, it happened yesterday, whatever. Do you have my back? Kevin Owens says, yes, I have your back. We got Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable. Now, Jinder Mahal is someone who was very successful on SmackDown Live. On Monday Night Raw, it seems like he's not doing anything important. Honestly, nothing important. And judging by the fact that we only have one championship on Raw, Intercontinental, I don't see him succeeding. And the reason I said Intercontinental is the only title because Universal Championship is only for 2 superstars. It's only for 2 superstars, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Other guys have Intercontinental Championship, and the IC title is the main championship because Seth Rollins is doing a tremendous job with it. Now, you know that Chad Gable actually won against Jinder Mahal like 3 weeks ago, right? This actually ended differently. Jinder Mahal won the match. Very good decision because he kind of lost a lot of potential, a lot of credibility by losing to Hardy, to this guy, to pretty much everyone else. So he wins the match and he beats the crap out of Chad Gable after the match again. So also worth mentioning that we're also going to have the first ever tag team Money in the Bank ladder match. If there's something that shouldn't happen in the WWE, it's exactly that. That's just not needed at all. It's going to be fun to watch, but do you really need that? That's my question. Do you really need a briefcase for tag teams? That seems very unnecessary. We have Zack Ryder with Kurt Angle and talking about how I want to be in qualifying matches. You know, I'm Zack Ryder, this is my hometown, woo, I want to be in that match. Kurt Angle is like, well, he was probably thinking, how do I tell you that you're just a goddamn jobber without telling it? Zach, you're a jobber, Zach. Not like my son Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan is love. Jason Jordan is life. He wants to wrestle because I'm his daddy. Zach, you're a jobber. He didn't say that. He was interrupted by Jinder Mahal saying that, look at me, I deserve to be in the qualifying match. And Kurt Angle says that no, you're not gonna be. Hellno.com. I don't know, Kurt Angle is just hilarious on the microphone, in promos, whatever. So, Heath, Slater and Rhino versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. This was fun to watch. Every Dolph Ziggler, every Drew McIntyre match is entertaining for me. I really care about these guys. The most entertaining thing about Monday Night Raw, I'm really invested in these guys. I don't know, it can be just a squash match. I really care about that because they're very interesting and I cannot wait for them to actually have the tag team championships because man, you have two main eventers, potential main eventers who will be tag team champions. So the championships are going to look very prestigious after that. I'm telling you, these guys are legit. A very good combination of a big guy, you know, show off guy. I love that. I absolutely love that. And what people, some people that really didn't notice, 3MB reunion. We had Heath Slater versus Drew McIntyre in the ring, and there were actually chants of 3MB, but I'm pretty sure commentators didn't say that. Now, I'm not quite sure if I like the decision of not mentioning it, but at the same time, you kind of don't want people to remember that, yeah, this Drew McIntyre guy who's a potential new world champion in the future, he used to shake his dick with a guitar back in the day and lose all the matches. So, I'm not quite sure, but I would prefer them saying that these guys have a little bit of a history. It seemed like in the ring they had this stare down a little, you know, like kinda to let people sink in that this is actually a former tag team group. And you kind of, when you think about it, Jinder Mahal is a former WWE champion, Drew McIntyre NXT champion, future WWE champion, Heath Slater, still a jobber, although he's the first ever SmackDown Live tag team champion, but still a jobber. It was a really fun match to watch, and what I really also appreciate about this tag team is the combination of tag team moves. So basically, Drew McIntyre has his opponents like this, his legs are right here, and his head is near his ass. Dolph Ziggler super kicks it. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Of course, the match ends with another finisher that they have, Drew McIntyre's running finisher into a zigzag. Amazing, tremendous to Heath Slater, and this one's stiff. You can pretty much see the face just going like this. This was very stiff. They win the match and walk out. Amazing stuff. I want to see more of these guys in the WWE. Hopefully they will accomplish more. I would love to see one of them WWE champion, another as the IC champion. That would be so good. But we all know that the championship is only for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Just don't forget that, guys. The championship is only for Lesnar and Roman Reigns. We're gonna see that right for another 5 years. We got Elias playing guitar backstage. He will perform in action against Bobby Roode. So they face again, and you know, who cares? These matches are not bad. But I don't care about Bobby Roode. There wasn't at least one instance in his main roster run from Bobby Roode that I said, this is good, this is amazing, I care about this guy. Never. This guy is boring as fuck. This guy is seriously boring. He's very boring, and it seems like his whole gimmick, and WWE limited this guy to being this guy with a cool entrance and glorious chant, glorious catchphrase. It seems like he's limited and he's stuck in that gimmick and he's not going anywhere because the Vince McMahon probably thinks like, pretty cool, very beautiful entrance. Bobby Roode won this one with a DDT, of course, and it was like, we got Seth Rollins in the ring saying that The Miz wasn't really a good champion. I want to be a good champion. I want to defend my championship. I want to be a fighting champion. Be right here every damn week. And I have an open challenge. Who is it going to be? Maybe Dean Ambrose? Guys, Dean Ambrose returned to the WWE. I'm not even kidding. I swear that he didn't because we got Mojo Rawley. Fair enough. Mojo Rawley was in that, like, why is Mojo Rawley answering all the fucking open challenges? You know, he's like, dude, he ruins every open challenge. Anyway, it was a good match. Seth Rollins proved himself that he's near the level of AJ Styles. He's one of these guys that can make every WWE superstar look good in the ring, like a good wrestler. Mojo Rawley looked like a good wrestler right here. Of course, he lost the match, but it was a very nice one, and he showed some aggression, and, you know, it was what it was, but it was better than expected. It's crazy to me that Zack Ryder wasn't on the show. Like, he was in the segment, but he wasn't wrestling, even though he's in the hometown. So, instead of Mojo Rawley, why wouldn't you bring Zack Ryder? I'm not quite sure what was that decision, but I'm gonna pretend that I never seen that. Bo Dallas and Cortez Axel versus the Deleters of Worlds. I will be honest, it's tough to say because I really feel bad for saying that. I'm not into the Deleters of World, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. I was into them for 2 weeks. It just kind of died out. They won the match against Bo. Not into it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not into it. So we got the main event: Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. A very fun match to watch. You know, you just grab a couple of chicken, you know, you eat and you watch that match and you will be entertained. I appreciated that. Some outside of the ring action, coup de grace outside of the ring. You know, we have a couple of great spots in this one. Sami Zayn is always amazing. Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. Everyone played their part. So, you know, it was a fun match. However, in the middle of the match, we have Jinder Mahal interfering, being, you know, triggered that he wasn't even added to the match, even though he kind of deserved it. So he was like, I'm gonna attack, and the one that he attacked was Roman Reigns. And, you know, coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, Finn Balor wins the match against Sami Zayn because Roman Reigns is not gonna get pinned, motherfucker. He's never gonna get pinned. So, you know, we're gonna have rivalry for Jinder versus Roman. Jesus Christ, Raw is not doing themselves any favors. Wow. It was a fun show though. It wasn't a bad show. The crowd sucked though, but fun show, but the bookings and the future doesn't seem bright, and it's like, no. I would give this show better than the last one, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. A good fun show, nothing memorable, nothing special. And Shrek's swamp briefcase, you know, like you stick a lot of boogers on it, turns green with I don't know, Jesus Christ, looks bad. Anyway, thank you for watching this review. Tune in for the next review for SmackDown Live. I hope it's going to be a better show. It's shorter, so it's more enjoyable, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Make sure to support me on G2A. Buy a couple of games and you will help me out. The link is in the description. Thank you very much for doing that. As always, Patreon, the link is in the description. Instagram, Twitter, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.